Liverpool 7, Spartak Moscow 0, and Maribor 1, Sevilla 1. Feyenoord 2, Napoli 1. Shakhtar Donetsk 2, Manchester City 1. In Group G, Leipzig 1, Besiktas 2, Porto 5, Monaco 2, Real Madrid 3, Dortmund 2, and Tottenham 3, Apoel Nicosia 0. Trevor Francis, Ruud Gullit, John Collins will chew the fat on an extraordinary night. 33 goals we've had on the final match day. We only had 17, so we've nearly had twice as many this evening, and Liverpool scored 7, Ruud.
Yeah, I think it was a fantastic performance. I enjoyed it to watch it. The thing is, what I saw in this team was also the joy they expressed also in playing like this. And they kept on going. And yeah, that's for football. It's a great advertisement.
Well, for positive football, it's great.
Yeah.
Trevor.
Well, prior to the game, we spoke at length, didn't we, about the front four, just how effective they can be on any given day. And they demonstrated that today with a quite superb performance. They all are really exciting players, and you know, Liverpool have done well to keep a hold of Coutinho. I mean, Barcelona really did try hard to get him, and he got himself a hat.
Pressing and then, you know, running the pace, they couldn't cope with it.
John, you talked about, you know, there was Klopp signings. Klopp was a forward himself, and what he's got to do now, or during the summer, is try and bring in one or two defenders, the kind of calibre of some of these forwards, because they've got the nucleus there. I mean, they can be a very, very good side. I mean, with attackers like that, get one or two defenders in, they can be as good as anything in Europe.
Well, they tried, didn't they, to get Van Dijk,
yes,
who was last season's #1 centre-half in the Premier League. And I think they'll try again. I think, and he's the one Klopp's went for, and I think he's waited to try and go back in from whether it was January at the end of the season. And I think if they get a Van Dijk at the back there, power, speed, good in the ball, good in the air. Again,
especially that, because, you know, with standard situations they have got a lot of goals against, so therefore they need some. It's tailor-made more for the Premier League because it's more physical. So he needs somebody there in the back that, you know, is solid. He wins all the headers. If they play a long ball, they win the ball back. That's what you need, so you can continue attack.
I mean, they were able to keep Coutinho, but it appears they're going to be losing Chan, who's only 23 years of age.
He wants to go to Juventus, I think. He was flirting with him.
Talk of it, but they've signed Keita from pre-contract from Leipzig, so he's coming at the end of the season. And my contacts in Germany, people say he's top drawer as well, so that'll be a good sign. Again, a midfield player, it's not a defender.
Yeah.
But they play with
any goalkeepers, John, you know of?
Goalkeepers, I think it's such an important position. Both playing with the feet but coming for crosses. If you've got a goalkeeper that comes for crosses, then it takes the pressure off your centre-halfs to win him.
They must be excited, the Liverpool fans, for what they're seeing now, because, I mean, last weekend at Brighton they got 5, they got 7 today. I mean, they're just...
They got 7 before against Maribor, you know.
Yeah, fantastic.
And they could have scored. There was another 3, 4, 5 chances in that game. So, but there's a freedom. The manager's given them that freedom, and the message is go and score goals. He never talks and he never really moans about when they concede goals and lose games. He doesn't focus on it because the whole media...
Was not very
we've not mentioned in the last few minutes about a clean sheet either.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it doesn't normally happen with Liverpool.
With the Italian, you would.
Yeah.
Clean sheet.
Exactly. Let's talk to one of the goal scorers. Matt Critchley has caught up with Sadio Mane.
Sadio, another fantastic...
This obviously because it was more of a 4-4-2 with Salah playing a more central role tonight, John.
I think that shows the flexibility. Normally we've seen him in the wider areas. Tonight he's played here. He's played in a little bit, and they've encouraged the opposition to come in here.
So that's exactly how it did turn out.
It's like a 4-4-2, but Salah's movement, he can take it back to goal. He proved today he can link, he can run in behind, and the system tonight worked to treat Mane's pace, Coutinho constantly on the ball.
This is his touch map, 49 touches.
As you can see, the majority of them's in the central area. whereas in the past he's been known as a winger that would hold the touchline and go and dribble, get to the byline. So he's shown his flexibility. Again, that's the manager, seeing him working on the training pitch, doing a great job.
Allowing Coutinho to carry on playing his game on that left side.
Central to left, 99 touches. That's a lot of touches in a game of football, but the touches that have been dangerous to the opposition, scoring goals, creating goals, exactly what you want. And that's why he did his very best to keep Barcelona away from signing him. He's such an important player.
You picked out one moment, just very simple moment in the game that just shows what Liverpool are like.
Here they are, look what they're defending, instantly going forward up the pitch. Look at the speed, bursting forward, desperate to break this line and get nothing comes of it, but it just shows the energy, the pace. When somebody gets possession of the ball, there's runners. Look at that
coming at you.
Look at that. Every one of them sprinting, and they're not wanting the ball to feet. They're all wanting the ball in behind the opponent, in on goal. And that's why you've seen the numbers you've just seen, all scoring goals, all making goals. When you've got a team that from all angles, 4 different players, they're scoring goals, creating goals, difficult for the opponents to stop.
He's actually taken the wrong option there, though, because he almost had too many things to choose from. But if you've got that, you're frightening defenders the whole time.
Football is all about options, penetrating runs and penetrating passes. They go together. And this moment in time, Liverpool have got lots of penetrating runs and lots of penetrating passes, and that's why they're scoring lots of goals.
Successful tonight. Can you play those 4 week in, week out?
Well, he hasn't been doing that, has he? Because,
no, this is only the 4th time he's played them all.
He's been resting them and or rotating, however you want to sort of term it. But I think he's got his benefits tonight because you saw 4 players there who looked so fresh. I mean, they were still going at the last couple of minutes, and I think credit to the manager because he's obviously looked at it. He's learned from last season where possibly 1 or 2 players towards the end of the season became very tired, so he's decided that's the way forward. It's terribly difficult as a manager when you've got a big match, you've got to leave 1 or 2 of your what you could term match winners out the team, but he's doing it because he thinks he'll get the benefit later in the season, so full credit to him.
But also a couple of weeks ago we were having a discussion, could he play like this?
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Because we were afraid of getting goals against, and it happened also.
Yeah.
So therefore, I think he will use them when the time is right and when the opposition is right. And sometimes he can, and sometimes he can't. Especially because when you have also a midfield from the opposition who is as strong as yours. And then sometimes you have to do the opposite.
I think it's when you're playing those 4, it's so important against the big teams in England. You've got to have 2 defensive-minded midfield players that are going to sit and protect. When those 4 go and they lose the ball, you've got a back 4 and 2 defensive midfield players. So that'll be very important against the big teams. Against the smaller teams, they won't need that.
Well, he got it right tonight. It works. Let's hear from the Liverpool boss.
Jürgen, many congratulations. It was supposed to be a tough game.
Games come thick and fast here on BT Sport, and this weekend we have a double bill from the Premier League. On Saturday, Leicester travel to St James's Park for the evening kick-off against Newcastle, and on Sunday lunchtime, Arsenal play Southampton. Both those matches live on BT Sport 1 and available in 4K. Well, we've been watching Liverpool cruising in the first half. They now comfortably clear in Group E, as you can see. Well, Sevilla might consider themselves a little fortunate. They're losing to Maribor, but still in second place with just 8 points. And you need to be a little lucky to go through with 8 points. But Liverpool, in contrast, played some good stuff in the first half.
Yeah, they have. We spoke about the front 4 before the game. They've been scintillating once again. Fast, direct.
It doesn't half help early in the game when you get gifted a penalty like this.
Yeah.
What do you make? Do you think it was a penalty? Soft,
I think it's fortunate, very soft as you say, but you take it. I think that it's just clumsy defending. He's not watching the ball, runs into him, and this guy, no, never any doubt at all. but they've been given some opportunities, but you've got to take them, and Liverpool today.
Just looking at the keeper there, I think
it's a great camera angle, isn't it? You can just see he doesn't even look at the ball. It's the best way, I think, to take a penalty if you've got the confidence to do it, because you know, with goalkeepers,
it'd be terrible if you actually missed the ball. Yeah. You'd look a real fool.
It could happen, because he doesn't look at it for about 5 strikes.
This goal it was beautiful football, wasn't it?
We love these goals, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what a team goal. We talk about the speed of their attack, but they're also so aware of each other. I mean, the awareness of that pass and the unselfishness of it. Coutinho's finish, pretty simple finish in the end, but what team play that is.
And then Firmino got in on the act, and once again, those front guys playing some scintillating football.
Yeah, we mentioned before the game, Liverpool, one of their strengths is they win it in areas that they can attack so quickly.
Yeah.
This time it was Mane that wins the ball just inside the half, and they break, and they've got so much pace and so much movement, and you know, it's the same old type of goal.
Well, we said it in their last game at half-time. Surely they're okay now. They can't blow this one.
I'm sure that'll be one of the last things that Klopp says to him on the way out. Don't let me see a repeat of last time out. So I'm sure they'll be a little bit more conservative. They'll be more solid in some respects, and they won't want to see a repeat of that at all. But this front four here, you can sit and watch these all day long. They're brilliant to watch.
If they really went for it, you suspect they could bag a real hatful.
Yeah, but you would do, wouldn't you? I mean, Coutinho's got 2 goals there. He's looking for a hat-trick. This is a night to fill your boots if they carry on playing that way.
Yeah, can't really see it going wrong.